Hello YouTube, this is going to be a combat training gameplay on Standoff. I had some problems uploading this video, so I'm doing the commentary again because, well, I can. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about my first impressions of Black Ops 2 and what I thought of the game as a whole, and not just, which gun's better and which gun's not. But that's all personal preference to me. Anyway, this is combat training because when I actually got Black Ops 2, I was at my house, and I don't actually have internet to run Xbox Live at my house. I could, but I'd lag a very good bit. Anyway, on to what I wanted to talk about. This is just combat training. This is probably one of my favorite things about Black Ops 2 and Black Ops in general. And the reason for that is your reflexes get very much improved if you play this. See, I'm playing on normal right now. As you can tell, I just shot that guy from behind. And that happens in the real games, right? But the thing is, it doesn't lag. So this is basically a host perspective. This is what the host of the game sees. And what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of running around the map shooting people, and it looks really easy. And that's because when you have host, it really is like this. Now I set low kill streaks just because I wanted a video without any kind of crazy kill streaks. I just didn't want that. I just think that combat training is something good for you guys, and it's very good for me. My best idea was to turn it up to hardened, and I turned it up to veteran as well, but in veteran, they're just so ridiculous. If your reflexes beat them on veteran, I have to say you're a pretty good guy. Or you're sitting in a corner, which the bots actually sit in corners themselves. They even tack insert, I've seen some of them. Anyway, another thing I want to say is, if you want to get better at Call of Duty in general, take your reflex level, play recruit at first, and kind of move up, and then, go to regular. If that's easy for you, kind of like this match will be, then go up to hardened. And I would say stop at hardened, but once you get the hang of hardened, that means your reflexes are on par with a host's reflexes. And you can see this sniper right here. It's a spamming sniper rifle. It's basically RSAS, but from what I've seen, you can't actually spam it that fast. I mean, you can't use a monitor controller. There's no reason to. But on to what I was actually talking about. The hardened is the closest match you'll get between actual online gameplay and just people. Kind of like this. This actually happens a lot in hardened. You'll be running around a corner and there'll be a bot coming out of a spawn. Now, I didn't even see that guy because I had looked that way and turned there at the last second, and he came out there. It's just an interesting engagement. Right here, I want to say that I'm not camping, but the thing is, on this game mode, there really isn't any camping because the bots run all across the map. You don't have any campers, so you can't really judge for that. Some of the bots do, like, randomly sit in corners and randomly sit in places and aiming down sights because they know where you're at and they're aiming down sights for you. And they don't do that just for fun. Like right here, that guy was, well, that bot was just there, and that one just popped up behind me. They know where you're at and they're following you. In hardened, they do that a lot more, and they have better accuracy. And in veteran, it's even worse. They literally just come straight to you and shoot you like it's nothing. And I would have to say, if you wanted to get, like, really, really good to play veteran, and, like, right here, I'm just kind of sitting here, and I was hoping this would go up in the air, but a guy with a rat shield came in front of me. You can't account for stuff like that in real games, but hardened is probably the best between your engagements. Hardened will help with your reflexes between kind of like that. And as you can tell, my reflexes aren't that well, but the video is also lagging a bit. It's not that bad, and I mean, a lot of players do know how to do stuff more. You don't account for them like jumping out of windows and falling behind you really fast or anything like that. I mean, you don't account for kill streaks when you're playing these because most bots aren't going to use ridiculous kill streaks. I've actually had a game where I was running around the map going like 40-0, and this was on recruit, but the weird thing is, a bot had actually gotten a hunter swarm, but it just happened. Anyway, for really my first impressions are that the game's good as a whole. The guns aren't overpowered. I've heard recently that they're increasing the score streak for the UAV. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like 50 points, 100 points. If it's 100 points, it's going to be on par with the RCXD, and you can only use one of them. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but if it's any more than the RCXD, like 25 points more, it's not going to make a difference because it's going to make people camp more. I don't understand the logic behind adding score streak points just to get a UAV. In what Call of Duty game have you not been able to get a UAV in 3 kills? I mean, you get one in support, three kills. No, it's 4-point kills. Even if you die in Modern Warfare 3. That's nothing. But the thing is, they're making it like 5 kills, I think it is, in Black Ops 2. Right now, it's 350. I actually think it's 6 or 7 kills, and you can cap a point, and cap another point, and you can get a UAV easily. But the thing is, you have to stay alive for that. And to get a UAV and having to cap 2 points, that's just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It's not because people are complaining about, oh, stop spamming UAVs and all this other stuff, but basically I think that there's nothing spamming about getting a UAV. If people are spamming a UAV and your team or the enemy team aren't smart enough to shoot some of those UAVs down when they realize that, then that's not the game's problem. That's not your problem, really. It's no one's problem but the people that don't know what they're doing and don't shoot it down. Which I guess could be your problem, but yeah. Besides that, I think the game's pretty solid. They actually increased the score streaks before the game was released. If you go back to some of the videos for the score streaks and score streak requirements for the original Black Ops 2 that was played at, I think, Gamescom, and there was a match between a couple of gaming teams. It was really good, but the score streaks were a lot lower. I think it was 250 for a UAV. I think that was just to make the game look good. Right now, they're just making it frustrating. This is just my thoughts, so feel free to share your opinions in the comments or whatever. But honestly, I just think that's just a dumb idea for increasing the UAV streak, because I mean, you're gonna get a UAV anyway, but you have to think about these kids that sit in corners and camp just for kill streaks. They're not gonna camp for a UAV. I mean, if they camp for a UAV, that's just sad. I mean, camping in general is sad, but you get my point. I mean, there are these hunter killers. I mean, people camp for those for some odd reason. I've actually got a triple in an actual game, and that was on the hijack map, the boat, and it was pretty good. I've gotten a couple collaterals with snipers, but all in all, the game's okay. It's just they're gonna start ruining it if they increase any more score streaks. But yeah, that's my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, well, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. And if you like my videos, go and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.